It's me. It's Red. I'm going to give everyone big spoilers right now. I'm going to spoil things real hard for everybody. I don't feel great. I'm a little sick. I ate something weird yesterday. I got a little bit of a stomach bug. Body's not loving me. Not having the best time in the world right now. So I gave myself a very easy task today. We're going to do a very easy stream. I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm not going to make any promises. It might go long. Who knows? But I'm just going to chill. I'm big chilling today. So if you're here to see the best 3D modeling you've ever seen, I don't even know why you're here in the first place. Anyway, beyond that, we're carrying on as always. We got Saf, we got Pyro, we got Kizzen, we got Dirty. Hello, Dirty. And I've already been asked to wear bunny ears before the stream has even started. Thank you, Kizzen. Ignore that. That's not a body. There's no body in my bed. The War Boss is completed. I'm excited. I'm going to get a haircut this weekend. I'm going to get a nice haircut for Christmas. That's not going to be my Christmas present. I'm going to get a haircut. So you don't feel 100? It's going to be the best jelly we've ever seen, though. True, true. Just finished the mini. Yeah, let's see it. Did you post it? Oh, Saf already gave me lavender. Wow. Their Twitch icon? Hold on. Just quick note. That's a brand right there. This makes me want to get into 2D art. Lavender? Let me just say, Lavender, you've done it. This makes me want to get into 2D art. Okay. Anyway, we're back. Hello. I'm going to throw on some music, and we're going to just dig right in. So, what are we making today? I have a project that I've kind of been working on for a little bit. And I need... Whoa! I need a weather balloon. I need a big old weather balloon that goes up in the air and hovers. And I was really thinking about it. And I'm like, what do I want to be doing for a weather balloon? Like, what the heck is a weather balloon? So I just thought and thought and thought about it. And I think the answer, realistically, is like a fancy thing. Like a really fancy sort of something. So the original idea was this. Just a weather balloon with these little flags coming off of it. Then I thought about jellyfish. Then I thought about Japanese parade floats. We'll see what happens. Also, it's weird that there's like a pop-up ad at the bottom of the parade float. I just saw that. If that's not a pop-up, I don't know what is. That is so out of character for the rest of this. Like, just backdrop it with black and orange. Make it match, at least. Love her art so much, and her voice is also really nice. I will definitely be checking her out. She seems very cool. Okay. Saf always has the deep cuts on Twitch. Nobody knows Twitch as much as Saf. Alright, let's do it. Is my camera really low? Why is my camera so low? There we go. Something must have happened. Okay, let's go ahead and set this up. So, I'm going to want to start with a UV sphere. As small as I can get it. Oh, my nose. I'm going to say 6. I'm going to say 8. And the divisions around the side we're going to keep pretty small as well. I'm going to say 8 means 16. I'll do 24. No. Let's do 20. 20. That'll do. That'll do. Then I just need to grab it and expand it. Boom. Bum ba dum ba dee bee dum ba dum ba dee dee dum. Bum ba dum ba dee dee dum ba dum ba dee dee dum. How is everybody today? How's everybody feeling today? You posted in 3D. I will check it out in just a moment. I'm going to keep every bit of momentum that I can right now because I know I'm going to run out of steam. So I'm not going to lose what I have right now, but I will check. Don't you worry. Hey, what's up, Beryl? We got a lot of people here. It's always random. It's very quiet. I'm gonna spoil something about the knock. I think we have to make a custom knock. Beryl, okay, perfect example. I'm a little sick. The knock starts on this side. I don't have a door there. The knock has to only be there. So we need to redo the knock if we want it to be effective. If we want it just to be silly, that's fine. But if we want it to be effective, it has to start on that side. I did about 3 hours of work before I realized I had the day off today, taken randomly for use loose sleeve. Hey. So you work from home? Is what I'm understanding? By that statement? Gonna edit it someday? I believe you will. That's cool. I mean, that says a lot about you, that you would just, like, accidentally start working on your day off. I'm sure that's why they like you so much. This feels like I'm making the wind chimes all over again. It took me an hour to get to this point when I first started. Just think about that. I made wind chimes about a year ago. I made wind chimes about a year ago. And this is what they looked like. I don't want to make wind chimes right now, but I'm just going to do it to be silly, because I'm going to make fun of my old self. I made wind chimes a while ago, and they looked like this, and it took me like an hour and a half to make this. And we're done. So, you know, things do really look up every now and again. I don't know how to fix that top part. That top part doesn't look very good. Better than going to the office to realize it? Yeah, I agree with that. You fried up some donuts today. Sorry, I missed that. Hold on. Who the hell is Steve Jobs? Yeah, most important thing that was just said in chat. You made donuts today? Pyro, please, tell us more. I must know. Did you bring enough for class? Nope, that's not what I want. I want to do a grid fill. Do-da-da-dee-dee. That looks pretty okay. It's not the most perfect thing in the world. I might buff that out just a little bit, but that's not terrible. Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dee-bee. I hate the way poles look. Poles are so frustrating. Whatever, that doesn't bother me. Poles are when you take a bunch of angles and you stick them together. So like a pole would be hello? That is a pole. Realistically, each vertex shouldn't have more than like 4 or 5 edges coming off of it. No, not a pole from a telephone. That's a pole. We call those poles. And they're bad because if you were to subdivide this, you get this crazy shape. So no matter what you do, you're always going to get this sharp line here. Which is why, when you're 3D modeling UV circles specifically, you have to grid fill their tops and bottoms. Which isn't the best thing in the world, but it does work. SB wanted a poll? I'm sorry? What does that mean? Doing good. Lots of plans for content today. Download part of my VOD to post and rendering last to my current scene. Have to make one more scenario before I'm done and get it to put the video together. Nobody does it like Dirty does it. Nobody works as hard as Dirty does. My man is out here working full time for the cause. Okay, I'm gonna say that's... Wait. What? Why is that one so clean looking? Oh, it's gonna be one of these streams, isn't it? Okay, I'm ready for it. I'm prepared, I'm here. It's gonna be one of these days. Write me a story up on a mountain. Okay. I really wish that there was a way to rent tools you only need once or twice. There is. That's a thing, at least where I live. Like Ace Hardware does that sometimes. There ain't paragraphs? What does there ain't paragraphs mean? Yeah, you can definitely rent tools. I know you can. It's like super convenient too. Hey, what's up, Tablet Genius? I keep wanting to call you Lit. Every time I see you, I'm just trying to call you Lit. The goose is strong today. We're goosing it up. I'll take a look at Ace Hardware, but only have big expensive ones at Home Depot. Got it. Yeah, they probably do overcharge you. We're on maximum goose mode. Wait. Oh, it's kind of random. That's odd. You're good? Good. Everyone seems to be in good spirits today. Happy for everybody. That's not right. How did it do this? Hold on. My brain cannot process this. I was intending to make paragraph with enter. Oh, I see. I see. Tell you what, I'm gonna try one more time. Oh, that's not what I want. I'm gonna try one more time. Of course it's not going to work. Why would it work twice? Yeah, it's not gonna work. Why does one work and one doesn't? Why does one work and one doesn't? Man, we're going nuts. I need to do some diagnostic stuff with my Cat 5 network, so I had to buy a $30 tester, which will not sit in a box somewhere until I get a new house or fast enough internet to run Cat 6. Yeah, I don't think you could ever rent something like that. I want to redeem a stretch, but you don't have to do squats. I'll do both, whatever. Still waiting for my birthday soon? When's your birthday? When's your birthday, Tablet Genius? Alright, you don't have to say the exact day if you don't want to. Oh, everyone get up, do a stretch. Oh, if I see you typing during stretch, you get smite. Oh, man. Just crack your back as crazy as you can. Oh, my knees. I feel a lot better instantly. Hey, Dirty, I think you just made me not sick. "27th of December, Tablet Genius, you get smite. You get smitten. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 10. All right, I can't wait to crash on stream. I've said it before, I would love to fall asleep on stream. I don't want to do a sleeping stream. I want to fall asleep on stream. I would love for somebody to have to contact Twitch and tell them to remotely offline me because I fell asleep. That'd be amazing. Why is it like this? Why? I don't get what's happening here. You know what? What? I'm so silly. I'm so silly. What am I doing? Just copy it. Just make it right and copy it. I don't know how people can crack their backs. Have you ever done a bridge? You ever done like a bridge exercise? Because a bridge will crack your back. Okay. There we go. Doesn't crack my back? Interesting. I don't know what will then. I mean to send up a mountain. There stood a house, a garden with fountain, where lives a mouse. All right, I'll write a story about that. I have to lean forward, put my hands on my thighs, and push. Feels really good. For me, it comes down to... Careful cracking your fingers. You can hurt yourself cracking your fingers. How do I crack my back? Yeah, it's probably good that you can't crack your back, realistically. The way I crack my back is... Okay, I'm going to try to explain this. I straighten my back out. I try to get my back like a perfect little angle. So I try to straighten it. And then I take my shoulders and I bring them out like I'm being stretched by horses. Like I'm a Mongolian prisoner. And then I lift up and I try to bring my shoulders up as far as possible while keeping my back down, and it just like the whole spine. I'm like an accordion. That's how I do it. That's the process for me. I've got 3 curves in my spine. It looks like an S with an extra small curve at the end. So you're part snake, is what I'm hearing. You're a snake person. I crack my back against a chair? Can you explain what that process is like? And I'm going to write your story now. Part danger noodle. Hell yeah. Up on a mountain, there stood a house, a garden with a fountain, where lives a mouse. In the garden, he grew peppers. Magic spells he cast with his scepters. The clouds did part at the blink of his eye. That was until he got a real big sty. The mouse up on the mountain lived peacefully. Peacefully is a terrible word to rhyme with. The mouse up on the mountain lived with grace, even if he had a big bump on his face. Done. That's my story. I have a nice rolling noodle thing to help me crack it when I need it. Wow, we got a lot of back crackers in chat. I didn't know we had such a cult going on. That's the real cult here. All right, let's go ahead and build off of this. This will do just fine. This is a perfectly fine looking guy. Actually, he's not right. That boy ain't right. Older audience? Yeah, I'm thankful to have an older audience. We got some youngins in chat, but I'm happy to have an older audience. No, I have scoliosis. That's a great quote. That's a good quote. Big quotes. I'm 24, but for esports, that's considered a boomer. Dirty, I don't know if this is an offensive question or not, so I'm just gonna ask it, because that's how I think offensive content should be dealt with. You're like on a team, right? How do you manage the esports world? How do you do that? Do you do your own stuff, or do you have like an agent? How does all that work? Yeah, you're giving a real apt description. That is a jellyfish. Cool. We're gonna take it just like that. What does that mean? Apt? Apt means like good. Like you did a good job. Okay, that should hold. What? No. Ace Dragons knows what scoliosis is. Ace Dragon's the one who said they have scoliosis. Actually, I want to do the whole thing, don't I? Yes, I do. I just became captain of my team a couple of days ago, but overall just playing the game to get better when I do play, and the scheduled games are only once a week. When you play scheduled games, what's the like level of competition? Like obviously you probably shouldn't talk about money or anything. I mean you can if you want to, I guess. I'm not an interviewer though, so might be lost on untrained ears. But like, does winning matter? I know that's silly to ask in a competitive game, but like, how important is winning? Because like, obviously, for League, for Overwatch, all of that, in the esports, if you don't win, you're screwed, right? You're denied positions in future whatever stuff. How important is winning? I believe that is perfect. So I'm gonna do this and hope that this works. Look at that. Oh, that is gorgeous. That's perfect. To be honest, winning doesn't matter all that much, but making sure you... Where'd it go? Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I lost it. Making sure you aren't bottom 2 by the end of the season is important because they don't get to play the next season. Cool. What do you want to be saying, Ace? Saf? Hey, what's up, Simo? Oh, I'm so glad Simo saw this. That was some of my best work right there. Look who's here. I'm kind of doubting this part right here. I don't make any money from the team, that's why I started posting VODs on YouTube. That's very fair. I'm gonna go out of my way and say that part doesn't make sense. So let's redo that. Which means I gotta redo the whole thing. Ugh. Redo the whole thing. So we're just gonna grab you and we're gonna dissolve that edge, make that a flat bit. What does that look like? That does that. Okay, that should, whoa, chill, chill, chill. You know what, actually, I'm also going to apply scale, because I think that's going to affect a few things. Probably won't affect that much, but just in case it does anything. Esports is interesting, man. I think esports is just starting to get to the point where it's not as overly sensationalized as it used to be. It used to be like esports was like, you play video games for a living? And now enough people play video games for a living that people have calmed down on that conversation a little bit. And now people are just like, oh, what do you mean when you say that? And I think esports is an interesting confluence of that culture. Now I want to go back and read Honey Stewed Squid. It's a rom-com about an anime cover artist that fell in love with an esports team captain. I have seen this. Isn't it a game now? Can't you play it? It's like a visual novel, I think. I think you can play it. I think it's playable. I think they turned it into a game. You play an anime character on Twitch? I mean, that is VTubing, right? VTubing is... You know, what I really appreciate about Twitch, what I really like about Twitch is how pro wrestling it's become. Like, everybody has a character, and everybody has these, like, heightened brands. I'm the X guy. It's very cool. Twitch has become really interesting. Okay, I see the problem in my ways now. Oh, wait. This is gonna end in tears. What if I do shrink fatten? That might be a better thing for us. Yeah, shrink fatten's gonna be the answer to this one. I'm just gonna have to be very careful with how I do it. And this guy's a real problem right here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we got a problem. Huh. Pro wrestling. I was remembering on 2015 trying to be an esports solo player, but only I got is rank legendary Eagle Master. It's about CSGO. CSGO seems like the worst place to try and do esports. When I say pro wrestling, if you've seen pro wrestling, the way that it works is there's these larger than life personalities that that just put on a show for you. Right? Pro wrestling is very... It's fake, right? And I think a lot of people are aware it's fake. And VTubing reminds me of the same thing. If you are somebody that's like, why do people watch these fake people on Twitch? Fake VTubers. It's like, okay, it's not for you. You don't get it. Like, yes, they're fake. They're not real anime characters. Clearly, there's no such thing. And people who can't, like, understand that are gonna have a lot of difficulty wrapping their brain around that concept. But if you're like, yeah, it's a person playing a character, it's a lot of fun. And pro wrestling's really fun. Like when you just let it go and you chill out. I mean, John Cena's not the most... I wouldn't call that the most accurate one. I would say VTubing is like The Undertaker. VTubers are like very much branded, right? There's like a big amount of branding that goes into that stuff. Like, you gotta be the demon girl or the blink or the blink. You gotta be a human shark or whatever. Like, there's a lot of extra layers to it. I'm doing maybe the worst thing I've ever done in my life as far as 3D modeling goes. I bragged earlier about how fast I am, and now I don't know really what I'm doing. It'll come together, I promise, but let's all just act like we're not watching this right now. If you've seen Dragon Ball Z, Pro Wrestling real life version is every tournament like that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it is just Dragon Ball Z, right? It's just like, this character is the character who wears orange, and this character is the character who has a third eye on his head, and this is the guy who is in blackface. And like, that's it. That's just how you identify characters. Okay, the blackface thing was inappropriate and not cool. That was me trying to be silly and then realizing that that's not really a cool joke. No VTuber should ever be in blackface. I don't even know why you would get a model made like that. Anyway, moving on from that, I'm gonna let that joke die. Pro wrestling is not fake. It's more like a scripted show because how they get so much pain. Yeah. I'm not saying it's fake as in, because I mean, it's real. Like, they're doing something. But the idea that they're actually fighting each other is fake. They're not actually in combat. That's the quote-unquote fake part. John Cena's intro is a sound alert I have on my stream. That makes absolute perfect sense. And is apt. That, to me, is looking pretty good. I just gotta solidify this part. I don't know how to make this part right. This bottom part's tough. Alright, Barrel's going for a lurk. It's time to duel! Man, Yu-Gi-Oh passed me by. I had a big old box full of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I used to look at a lot, and I recently went and sold all of them. I sold all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I don't regret it one bit because I didn't understand any of it. I didn't really appreciate the game. I still don't love it. It's not the best game or anything like that. But, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just one of those weird games that you just experience as a kid. And I'd say a very small subset of people connected with it and still exist today. But the majority of people, it was like just overly complicated Pokemon or Magic the Gathering. The whole linking system now, it's nuts. Like, what are they doing? What is this? Why are you here? I need some TF2 in my life. Go play some TF2. I love TF2. I used to play, if we're talking about esports, I played TF2 competitively for a long time. That was my thing. I was a TF2 guy. I was a rocket jumper. I was a demo knight for a little bit, even though you're not supposed to be a demo knight competitively, but whatever, man. I used to binge stir videos. Oh yeah, I love TF2. Big old TF2 fan. When I was playing TF2 for the first time, it was a beautiful experience. I get a lot of fun in the game. Yeah, it is such a great game. My family growing up wasn't a fan of anime, so I didn't watch the full Yu-Gi-Oh! Series until college. Wow. I wonder if that's why you're into it now. Maybe that's it. Maybe if you got it as a kid, you don't like it. The whole TV show is not showing you anything useful for the game? Yeah, the whole TV show just makes up rules. Like, there was that episode where the guy sets up the darkness on his field. He puts, like, darkness on the field, and all of his monsters are hiding in the darkness. They come out, and they, like, punch and do all their things. Punch. Yeah, that's... Yu-Gi-Oh's known for punching. What am I talking about? But, yeah, they would just set up this, like, weird stuff, and then you solve it by, like, believing in yourself. And then you go to your local game store, and you go to play somebody, and they trounce you with, you know, ritual summons and all that jazz. And you're like, okay, cool. Like, I guess the show was just for fun. It's kind of like Pokemon, too. Pokemon does that. Like, Pikachu, they're just like, Pikachu, attack 5 times in a row really quick. Okay, and he does it. And then the other Pokemon's just like, I'm gonna dodge. And it's like, that's how that works. Pokemon in the series will just dodge 100% accuracy attacks. Must be carrying Bright Powder. Just weird. I would love if they made Pokemon, the anime, like, super similar to the games. Every single Pokemon that they go up against in the series just has, like, an apple core that they're chewing on after every attack. That would be the best. I would live for that. Anyway, am I spiraling? Maybe. Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician Girl? Now, what do you mean by that? Are we simping for them? Oh, you can't say that on Twitch. Sorry. Sorry, Twitch. Don't ban me. It's a weird word that you've banned. What about the two of them? It's how they stole everything. Stole? What are we talking about? I lost the tangent. I bet you teleport bread at night. I do teleport bread at night. And the Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician Girl. That is how they stole everything. The Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician Girl. That is how they solve everything. Solve. I still don't understand it. I still don't really get what you're saying. No, I know it's solve. I misspoke. I understand. I did read solve in my brain. Don't Blue Eyes White Dragon, don't they usually lose? I thought Blue Eyes White Dragon lost like every episode. Yes. Doesn't Kaiba always lose? Kaiba's the loser. He's the one who, like, fails. What am I doing? What is happening? Kaiba always loses. Kaiba's like the biggest loser of that show. If they're up against Yugi, then they lose, but win for all of Kaiba's other matches. Very good point. Okay, I follow. I'm back. We're on the same page. Yes. Okay. We are almost done. This is actually kind of cool. I'm kind of into this. This is an interesting way to design something in my mind. The only thing I would add is probably make this bigger. Hello? I'd have to ask my wife about it. It's been about 20 years since I watched it. Yeah, Kaiba's like the Gary Oak of Yu-Gi-Oh! This definitely reminds me of a throw pillow. I love it. Reminds you of a quilt. Quilted northern picker-upper. Okay, you got me on that one. I really thought somebody was at my house. Alright, you did it. You succeeded. You got me. That one really got me. I was about to mute stream and ask what anybody wanted. You really got me on that one. Also, there's 2 of these guys. No, there's not. Was that the back? Was I looking at the wrong thing? I was. Thank you for the goose. What's everybody's Mondays looking like? What's everyone doing on a Monday? I feel like Mondays are usually my dead days. So I'm assuming everyone's like free, everyone's hanging out, everyone's getting in that Christmas spirit. Here comes Santa Claus. That kind of spirit doesn't match the song that I'm listening to at all, but I'm gonna sing it anyway. Also, what is everyone doing for Christmas? Because I kind of didn't realize Christmas existed until about a week ago. And then I was like, wait a second, I gotta start worrying about Christmas. So I finished doing all my present stuff recently. I think that's gonna be good. Dare I? That actually looks so nice. I feel so dead today. It's dark and rainy and not the vibe for editing. Hopefully I can visit my parents for Christmas. Why hopefully? What's the chance that you don't see your parents for Christmas? What would be the reason for that? There we go. That's a pillow. We're not clipping anything. We're not hurting anything. That's it. Done. That's my pillow. Done. There he is. He's very cool looking. I'm a big fan of this. Maybe some modeling about New Year? What do you mean modeling? When you say modeling, my gut reaction is that you're going to be doing some photography. I know that at my birthday after Christmas, I'm going to play on the crew too. Hey, I'm working on the design for my VTuber model today. No idea about Christmas. I think I'm going to Christmas dinner with my SO to his sisters. That's sweet. Do you feel comfortable posting your VTuber model, or is that too personal? Boy, am I gonna make this balloon the same thing as always? No. We're gonna step it up a little bit. Let's step it up hard style. The reason is money. It's about a 3-hour drive and presents and things, although they will be just happy with the presents, but it's hard. I understand that. I'm lucky enough to live pretty close to my parents, thankfully, so I can kind of get away with it, but I totally get that. It's not too personal, but I'm just working on the design, not the final model yet. Still a long way to go. You got it. Well, keep us posted when you get there. I think it's not a crazy thing to say that probably a lot of people here are pretty interested in VTubers, getting given that a lot of us cross over with a lot of VTubers. So, not at all weird. Okay, that's going to be some of the color. Let's go ahead and put a color ramp on here. Bum ba dum ba da dum ba dum ba da dum. Let's go ahead and put on a facing because we're a broken record. And I want black to be the outer limit, not the inner limit. So we want it to look like that. Maybe add a little bit of a weird something or other to it, but we'll get there. There we go. That, to me, looks like a jellyfish. If I was being extra crazy, I would copy this color. And I would go really bright. Do I like that? I think that looks too much. I think that's just a little bit too much. Love the iridescence. I'm such a fanboy for rainbow iridescence junk. I need to calm down on it. It's like all I ever do. You don't see a lot of iridescence in games, or I don't see a lot of iridescence in games. This doesn't look like what people make games to look like, and I wish they did, because this looks good. At least by my personal judgment. This is how I like things to look. You know what? I'm the artist. This is how I like things to look. Period. What do I care? Let's do that and drop that down. And now we can have a little bit more bold on the purple, and that's gonna be good. I might add a little kink in the system later, but that's gonna be it for now. Cool. Done. Now we need to give it some alpha hash. And we're going to give it a little bit of a see-through look so you can see all of its curves. It has to fit with the aesthetics for the game. There's not a lot of environments that have iridescence. I mean, I agree with you to some degree, but like if you're in a city, which 90% of all games are, there's nothing wrong with having like an iridescent thing in a shop. Or if you're playing Halo and you're holding a plasma grenade, why is the plasma grenade not iridescent? Like, I don't know. There's a million opportunities to do iridescence, and I don't see them very often. I think part of it is we're moving away from games that were hand-coded, and we're moving towards mass-produced games. Mass-produced. It's a offensive way to say that. And I think in hand-coded games, people had to hand-code Fresnel shaders. And now that we have mass-produced games, it's a lot easier to include those elements. So maybe I'm fortunate enough to just be in an age where I can just include an iridescence if I feel like it, instead of having to code it from scratch. So it's probably because of that sort of stuff, realistically. Oh, that's pretty nice. Maybe performance hit too? I don't think it's a big performance hit. In my experience, it's really not that hard to make a Fresnel work in Unity or Unreal, but not everybody who has made games in all of history was using Unity or Unreal. So I think to compare to those people, probably not a good idea, but moving forward, I would love to see more iridescence in games. And I suppose it's going to be my responsibility to do it. You know, the only group that I've really seen do iridescence is Nintendo. And Nintendo bakes them into their models, so they're not actually like true iridescence, which is cool for the hardware that they were working on back in the day. But you know, I think Nintendo is one of the only ones that really does iridescence. I'm thinking of Lake Kingdom from Mario Odyssey. Lake Kingdom from Mario Odyssey is filled with iridescence. Do you plan to come back to Terraria someday? Be the iridescence that you want to see? Thank you for the donation, Kizin. That's very sweet. We'll get there one day. Do you plan to come back to Terraria someday? I'm not sure what you mean by come back. But I like Terraria. It's a great game. Maybe. I'm currently on a big old Stardew kick, so it's kind of hard for me to think about other games other than Stardew. I'll be the first person to say it. Stardew is definitely affecting my life. Like, I get a compulsion to play Stardew instead of being productive, which is not great, but it is where I'm at. What is going on here? What is happening? Why is the inside of this so weird looking? I think I've messed up the inside of this guy. But yeah, to answer your question, I'll probably play Terraria at some point. I have it downloaded. Like, it's sitting on my hard drive as we speak. What made you think of Terraria? Did you see me play Terraria at some point? How did you know I played Terraria? Was that just a lucky guess because everyone plays Terraria, or is that related to iridescence somehow? Maybe there's iridescence in Terraria? I'm trying to put the piece together. How did you get to Terraria? Have I talked about Terraria on stream? The Great Mysteries. That looks just about done to me. I think we've done the whole thing. Make sure we have both sides of everything. Make sure it comes under here. I don't love the way that looks, but sure, we'll take it. Okay, so let's try this. Let's see what happens. I'm going to throw on a new slot. Bad. Okay. New procedure. New thought process. I can do this. We can do this. We're gonna divide in the middle and make really specific looking bevels. And if this is done correctly, then we're done. Ba-da-da-da. This can turn out. I'm kind of melting my brain trying to think about this right now. I don't think I have it in me to think super hard about all of this. I actually think I'm going to mess something up based on what I'm looking at, but we'll give it a shot. Is that all of it? No, we got one more. You right there. This part is the weird part. That's the weird one right there. This guy's weird. That's the one we've been questioning for a little bit. Is there a lazy way to do this? There is. There 100% is. I can take this, go vertex group, save, assign, deselect, select, Oh, we've done it. Now I can fix you. Always doing it the lazy way. Always doing it the lazy way. If you can afford to do it the lazy way, you're gonna do it the lazy way. Select. Here we go, moment of truth. Moment of truth. I have a feeling this is gonna get really ugly really quick. Whoa, chill, chill, chill. Okay, we're just gonna do a tiny little offset here, just very small. Really small offset, and if I take it and I really solidify it, what do we get? We get not great stuff, so let's not solidify it. Let's leave it just like that. And now we're gonna go to shader node. We're gonna go to number 2. We're gonna assign. We've done it. We've done it. Look at that. Why didn't it do those lines? Wait, what? Hold on, I messed up. How did that mess up? What did I mess up? Okay, so now it should work. That looks good. This looks fine. I might try and pin this little group together, like center that, but I don't want to do it on each of them. I don't know, we'll have to see, I suppose. But if I can center all of these, we could be looking at something pretty good here. So we're gonna go plus, assign, bring it back. Take a look at this whole thing. Okay, so those are messy. That part right there is really messy. Everything looks just about perfect except that center bit. Okay, let's do that. Why are you all so bad? Okay, so let's do this connected only. Bring it in, bring it way down. Connected only. It almost looks good like that. I'm out of base coat paint. I'm not good. How are you gonna solve that problem? Do you have to buy it online, or can you go to the store and get some? That'll work. Boom, we've done it. Repeat all the way. Like teeth in the mouth. I need to buy another can of spray paint. Wait, you're spraying them? Oh, also, I have some knowledge for you, Pyro. I meant to tell you this on Discord, but I had a crazy weekend. You're aware of dirty painting, right? I don't know what they call it. I don't know what it's like professionally referred to. But you're aware of like the way people make things look really dirty? It's very cool. It's a very cool process. I'll explain it for everybody who's curious, even if you do know. Yeah, dirty painting. Hello, Grimo. Welcome, welcome, Grimo. What people do is they get this paint. I don't know what kind of paint it is. I think it's just enamel, regular enamel paint, but it might be a special kind of paint. But people get the paint and they mix it with like 50% water, something like that. And you take it and you brush it all over your model, the parts that you want to be dirty. And then you evaporate the water just by letting it dry. And it makes it look like chunks of dirt are stuck into the very like crevices, whereas the flat parts that dry really easily don't get the dirty part. There's a very specific way to do it. That's a paraphrasing a little bit. I would do your research before you jump into it. But you can make 3D models, figurines, I should say. You can make figurines look really cool that way. Okay, so that's gonna be roughly my shape. If we go back to shader nodes, what do we have? It's pretty close to being good. These guys are a little annoying the way they look, but I think it's fine. I might do like a double. Would that be the worst idea in the world? I don't know. I'll try it. We'll try it. Let's try it first and see what happens. We got to get rid of this one. This one's bad. Boy, it does look bad. That does look really weird and bad. I don't know how to fix that one. That one's a toughie. That one's really tough to me. Okay, so let's bring it back. Boom. All the way around. All the way around. I'm trying to think of more games that have iridescence in them. I'm like really sitting here and just like racking my brain. And immediately what comes to mind is Mario Odyssey and Chrono Cross? Boy, I know Chrono Cross is considered like a timeless icon. I know a lot of people really like Chrono Cross. Sorry to be this guy. I know I'm always this guy. I don't like Chrono Cross. I think Chrono Cross is not a good game. I played through it so excited, so ready to be like, this is going to be a great game. And by the time I was done, I was like, that's not the one. That's just not the game for me. Which is fine. Not every game is for everybody, but It's weird to me, I guess maybe because it's connected so closely to Chrono Trigger, it has such a good reputation. Or maybe I just don't see what other people see in it. I don't know. I don't know what's up with Chrono Cross. Better than me, I didn't finish Cross. Did you dislike it? Why didn't you finish it? It was just like nuts. It was a nutty game. Which is cool. I like nuts games. I'm glad they did it. I'm glad they went for it, but I just don't get it. I like don't get what they were trying to do. Boy, I've made a real mess of this thing. Same reason I thought it was going to be more closely related to Chrono Trigger. Yeah. I think that's probably the main thing, isn't it? Okay, if I do select similar. If I do select similar based on that, did I get all of them? Did I select any other faces? It's looking like a no, looking like we're good. Boy, what happened here? Also, I really gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and run an ad, and I'll be right back. Hello, I've returned. You know when you have those moments where you're like really uncomfortable and you're like, what is going on with me right now? And I was just like bouncing my knee. I was just like bouncing my knee very hyper. And I couldn't figure out why I was feeling weird. And then all of a sudden I realized I had to go to the bathroom. And that solved my problem. It instantly solved my problem. What is going on with this little edge here? Wait. Wait. What? I don't get what is going on in here. Bum-ba-dee-bee-dum. is going on in here? We have a face. Chill. Can you just look at the face, please? We have a face. Everything is backwards. If I grab you and I reverse you, we've solved the problem, right? I don't know why the Y is so messed up as well. We've effectively solved the problem by doing that, but not really. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to this. Make sure they're all selected, they are. We're gonna go real high on this X, and then we're gonna reverse it and come back. How did this happen? I got no clue. SZ, all the way up. We're gonna bring you back to where we need it. Excuse me. How did this happen? Okay, and now we have this face right here, and it just has to be reversed. So let's go ahead and do local. We want to go based on normal, and we're going to go based on X, and the normal is going to select all similar. Face. No. Select all similar based on area. No. What is happening? Why? They're not even close to being similar. My brain. How am I gonna make this work? It's a very simple face. I don't have a lot of faces that look like this. Why can I not select similar? Hey, cool story, bro. Good name. I don't know why perimeter. Oh, it does. Okay. Tell you what, I have a feeling this isn't going to work anyway, so let's go ahead and just go for it. Instead of trying to learn a new system for no real reason, let's just redo this. Alright, this is going to be a pain in the butt. How you doing, cool story? Oh, I have to do each of them manually. Wow, this is gonna be the worst. Great, good. What brings you here? Are you a 3D modeler? Do you do any modeling yourself? This is gonna be a pain in the butt. Just found out this whole Blender thing. Hey, there you go. Well, you've come at the right time to be doing some 3D modeling, because 3.0, the release of 3.0 is like the most convenient things have ever been in the universe. So you're in the right boat, my man. Man, there's a lot of sage wisdom I would love to give you right away. But I think first things first, you need to learn how to navigate. Any advice people give you before you realize whether you can move around or not is going to be not in your best interest. So I'm gonna hold off until you actually open it and experience something. I've been thinking about making something for new 3D modelers actually for a little bit. I haven't said this publicly until now, but I'll say it now. I have a really cool idea. I don't want to spoil it, but I have something I've never seen in 3D modeling before that I think would teach first-time users really fast. And I'm debating whether I want to release it as like a class or something. I feel like everybody does classes now. Not that I shouldn't, not that that means it's a bad idea or I disagree with that or whatever, but just if I'm competing in a market with 1,000 different people, what's the use? But that doesn't mean you shouldn't try and make things for other people to experience. So I hope it goes well for you. You are currently watching me do the most trivial work in the world because I messed up somehow. But once I'm done here, we'll get back to the main show. I think I'm like 1 away from being done. There are more than 1,000 author and you are doing a book? Yeah, but nobody's writing my story. 1,000 people are telling you how to use Blender. Nobody's writing my story. If I don't write my story, no one's gonna write my story. Believe me, if somebody else would write my story for me, I would be cool. Like, sure, go ahead, it's yours, have it. But it's mine, and nobody else can do it quite as well as I can do it, because it's in my brain. So that's why I'm writing a book. Okay, that actually solved a lot of little problems for me. So now I go to shader nodes and I say, does that look okay? Looks alright. Sir? You know what? There's been flies for about a week now. And it's cold outside and the house is very clean. I've been cleaning the house like crazy. There has gotta be like cat throw up or something hidden somewhere. I don't know where else these flies would be coming from. There has to be something hidden in this house somewhere that they're chewing on. TMI, sorry about that. There will be some out there that your style workflow explanation just clicked to. I mean, that's fair. It's a good point. I just have a lot of things on my my to-do list right now, so adding things on my to-do list seems a little counterintuitive. But doesn't mean you shouldn't explore the world around you. Check your flour, bread, chips. That's a good idea. I'll check flour. Bread is all sealed and it's out in the open, so I would see if there was a problem. I mean, I'll check, but I'll probably be able to see if there's a problem with my bread. But I will check the other things. Yeah, that should do. I don't exactly know how to fix this part. I'm gonna try one thing that makes the most sense to me, but otherwise, we're just gonna kind of gamble. And then I'm gonna get back to doing some extra stuff. I have an idea for how to do the flags on the rope that's gonna be extending down. I've been watching people do Houdini. I've been more and more interested in Houdini lately. Houdini, for anybody that doesn't do 3D modeling or doesn't care about 3D modeling that much, Houdini is like Blender, but everything is very procedural. That's not always true. You can do traditional modeling in there as well, but you make like routines for things. And just the way that I do nodes, I've been very interested in it. It seems cool. It seems really interesting the way that it works. I watched a guy build a bridge in Unreal using Houdini, and the bridge he could just wiggle and it would just move and place the correct amount of like balustrades across the bridge in time with him moving it around. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I was like, I want to be able to do that. That is how my brain works. That is what I would like to see. So there's part of me that really wants to get into Houdini. How am I gonna stop these guys? I don't know if I can fix this. This might be a wait until later kind of moment. Yeah, let's wait until later kind of moment. So I'll just go ahead and set them as a metallic sort of beam thing. And we'll move on with our lives. This will be called holding poles. We got them very, very metallic looking. You know what? That's fine. The only difference I think I'd make is maybe make them like a nice... Yeah, that's it. That sort of mylar NASA looking material. I would love to add a bevel and have it fade to this so it looks more like it's sewn on rather than having it be a metal beam, but we'll worry about that later. Am I gonna worry about that later? Am I not gonna just do that right now? Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see what I do. Come on. Just think. If I put a bevel on here and we stick the bevel to you, which is probably not gonna work if I had to guess. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, you stay like that. That's the holding poles. Let's go ahead and make the string. I need to make these lights as well. I'll make the lights right now. Why not? Let's do that. That's easy. So if we make ourselves a cube and we go down, we're gonna go into edits, make sure to move this correctly. I don't love that it's not centered. I can move the balloon. The balloon's easy enough to move. I'm not gonna stress that detail. So we'll go a little bit of GUI, make it small. GUI, and now we can take you and mirror you. Oh, I see. I take you and I rotate you along the Z by 45 degrees and I apply our rotation. Hey, there we go. Done. Cool. Now we just want to make that shape. So, the shape to me looks like normals. Looks about right to me. Go ahead and pop in a hole. Go ahead and bridge that. And throw on a subdivision, and let's call it. I mean, if that's not exactly what we were trying to make. Da, do, 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 do. Okay, so we're gonna grab the whole thing. We're gonna scooch you in. Get you really tight in there. That's pretty solid looking. Oh, we got a heist going. Good luck on your heist. Let's go! Grimmel's here for the heists. Grimmel. Oh no. Grimmel is definitely here for the heists. Now, I do want to make a change. There's one change that matters to me. Yeah, that was a big play right there. We want sharp. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Clean as day. So spheres is you. You're going to be called the balloon. Cube. Cube is going to be called jelly lights. I guess I'll call you jelly body instead of balloon. Just so we can keep it all next to each other. Now we need a string. We probably need something to attach the string to as well. Didn't think about that. Let's attach the string to something. Think. Use that big old brain ears and think. If I divide this like this, this can work. And we take it and divide it like that. And then we grab 2 points. We need 3 points. And we subdivide 2 times. This is gonna look a little weird. Okay, we just have a little bit of a scuffy mark there. That's fine. That's actually what you would expect to happen. So I'm gonna say we're actually looking pretty good there. Okay, so you get rotated on X by 45 degrees. We grab both of them and we bridge them together. We get our little guy. No problem. You're back, you're eating a mandarin orange? How was it? How was your orange? I mean, come on now. You feel so relaxed? Good. Try and tell me this is not perfect. Okay, so realistically, how would you want to attach a rope to this? I'm thinking there's one of 2 options here. One of them, you would put a metal ring in here, and you would tie the rope to the metal ring to keep any wear off from this. Because you don't want to wear this down. This would pop. The other option is you would tie a loose knot that has like a fail-safe hinge, like a boating knot. Grimo, you are stacked for points. Grimo, you are crazy rich. Do you want to come up with something for you to spend your points on, or are you just happy being king of the points? It's gonna look a lot more interesting if I throw a ring in here. So I'm gonna throw a ring in here. It doesn't hurt anybody. It makes the whole thing look a lot more expressive. Might as well. am a dragon, my pile of points. I would advise about that, but for me, it's hard to explain. Let's hear it. I don't care. I'm not, you're fine, unless you don't want to tell us. I'm not offended. If you got good advice, let's hear the good advice. That looks fine to me. Yeah, that'll be great. If anything, I could try and get it kind of fleshy looking, but it's gonna be so high in the air that you're never gonna see this. So the fact that I've done all this is probably overkill, realistically. I love to tie rope on things for some reason. I don't know why I like doing it so much. So if I were tying a rope, I mean, let's just go for it, right? Who cares? What do I care? Let's go for it. Let's grab ourselves a Bezier, which I pronounce different every time and everybody gets very upset about. So, you there, traveler. We're gonna do a little RZ, RY. Yep, that's the one I wanted. 90 degrees. Make sure we go ahead and give you some geometry. There we go, perfect. Resolution of 16. Actually, we need a huge resolution. Let's do like a 48. There we go. I was lucky enough to see that in chat before you got me. Tablet Genius got me earlier with it, which is more than I expected that thing to get its mileage for. Am I gonna make a knot? Oh, he's gonna make a knot. He's gonna make a knot. All right, let's look up some knots. It's been a while since I've tied a good boating knot. Types of knots. There's a good, there you go, animated knots. That's what I want. Really good website. Great website for kinky and non-kinky purposes. All right, let's do a type. I want an end loop or a hitch. A hitch could be good, but an end loop is probably what we're going for. I hate stuff like this. People show you loops like this, and they're like, yeah, all you need is like a custom-built piece of rope. And it's like, what? If I have a custom-built piece of rope, I don't need this website. Just putting that out there. This is probably the one I want. Poacher's knot's really good. A noose knot, not very good. I'm probably gonna do the poacher's knot. Poacher's knot's really solid. But mini twist, that is just overkill. Davy knot is too scary for me. I would not trust a weather balloon like that. Poacher's knot's probably perfect. You know what? We're just gonna stick with it. Let's go for it. Poacher's knot it is. So let's go ahead and throw that back into Blender. Tell you what, we can get rid of you two. And I'm just going to tie the end of this. So let's go ahead and grab our reference image first. Little bit of a poacher's knot right there. And let's tie this thing. Actually, I probably should see how big of a knot we want to tie into this thing, but we'll worry about that later, I suppose. Okay, so we got our knot. Let's do a little GY, bring that part in just a little bit. GZ, bring that up. And now the end of it. So, main part goes all the way through. Which I probably want to just do a little bit. I've never really thought about knot tying in Blender. This is brand new territory. This could be my thing. I could be the Blender knot tire. What an aesthetic. I assume it must be almost impossible to make an aesthetic tying knots, but I could be the guy. I'm pretty good at knots IRL. The naughty boy, you know me. The naughty boy. Okay, so the resolution being 48 is actually kind of killing us right now. That, man, he does not love being at that angle. We'll think about him later. Whoa, careful. Okay. How do I want to do this? Ooh, this is tough. So I'm actually working backwards. Probably not the best thing I've ever done. Where do you go? You immediately go around. How would you tie this? I'm gonna have to tie this. I'm gonna have to tie this with some rope. Okay, sure, whatever. Give me one moment. Let's not talk about where the rope's coming from. Let's not think about it. This is a requirement. I have to do this. Okay. I got rope. Nice black rope. What on earth are we doing? Comes up and through. You make a loop. Loop goes around something. It's very soft. It's just cotton. It's just a little simple cotton rope. It's not synthetic or anything like that. Very, very standard stuff. It's actually how I tied all the cords in the back of my computer. Boy, the tricky part is this guy right here comes back and around something that gets established later. So what you actually need to do is make a loop and make another loop for it to go through. Oh, there we go. Yep. That's it. 100%. This is tough. This is a tough one. Well, rope guy is at it today. Let's work backwards. If I work backwards from that, I can go around you. Oh, you do work backwards. That's exactly how you do it. Done. And we have our rope. Perfect. Yep, that's how you do it. You gotta work backwards. You gotta start from the bottom. Haha, we've done it. I can't show it off very well. Look at that perfect little rope. I should have used black rope. Oh well. I can now see it, so I know how it's done. It's a pretty good piece of rope. It contracts really easily. Yeah, this is perfect. This is gonna be the perfect one for what we're doing. It's a nice little knot. Okay, so we want to start from the back part of it. So I'm gonna grab you, bring you down here. Just like that. And then we want to subdivide. Yep, that's perfect. Let's go ahead and subdivide you. You go around the whole loop. Okay, you go up and around. That is perfect. That is basically the shape right there. So all we got to do is just grab it and actually make it 3D now. So you need to be GX. Let's do it like this. That'll do. Okay, so that's one down. You need to do the exact same thing. Boy, this is hard to look at. Okay, so they all have the exact same turn. Good to know. If you're going to do something like this, you want to give everything the exact same angle. Good knowledge. Cool. We're going to tighten all of this later. Done. Okay, so that's the knot. That's exactly what it looks like. Now I just have to tighten it. It just looks really good. Okay, get out of here. Wow, did I just make a knot in Blender? What happened? How did we get here? How on earth did we get to this step? So, everything is pretty close to being perfect, so we just want to grab little bits at a time and move them very carefully. Very careful. Ba. This is solid. Yo. There's no way. We're gonna want one guy in here. Just like that should do. You're actually a little high on the side right there. So I'm gonna do it like that. And then bring you in even more. Oh, that hug's perfect. That is pretty good looking. I'm actually stoked. This is great. This looks so nice. Okay, so if we want it to be nice and trim, we do have to do this. Curious how good the physics engine is and if it would tighten if you dropped it like that on cloth. It's based on face collision, so almost certainly the faces would stretch. I would not trust it, personally. It would be an interesting test. I'm a little too scared to just go for it right now, given how hard I just worked. But I hold a lot of confidence that it wouldn't work correctly. Thank you for the save, very appreciated. I gotta say, making a knot in Blender is actually a cool challenge. Make a save? Okay, sure, we can do that. This is a cool little challenge. If you're getting into 3D, you should try this. We'll call this Poacher's Knot Backup. And we'll actually work on that one. I want to finish first before we do that. So let's call you Poacher's Knot. Okay. That's really not a bad looking little guy right there. I'm pretty pleased. Yeah, I am. I got you. We're on the same page. I'm just not gonna do the physics yet, is what I meant by that. That's a tough little angle right there. I might add one more curve in here. Right there should do it. Get this guy nice and tight. As a side note, there is an entire field of study that is devoted to knots and how they work. Yes. I like it a lot. I like knots a lot. Knots are cool. As somebody who grew up in the wild, just going out and living in no man's land for a long time. I really like knots. Knots are cool. Dude, we're so close to this working. It's got some issues. It's not a perfect knot, but that's not even what I care about. I'm just happy we did it. I feel pretty comfortable with like what we've accomplished here. Way more than I was expecting to see today. Hey, I don't know if that's an insult or not, but I'm gonna take it. Okay, so that bottom one is definitely a problem area. You're also a huge problem area. So we have to flesh you out whether we want to or not. Is there another one? Is there one in here? Where are you coming from? GX. You are feeling under the weather, so I figured it'd be just a hangout stream. Fair. Very fair point. I don't know. I'm way too much of a perfectionist to let myself get trapped in certain routines. Like, if I'm sick, I'm the kind of person that I'm like, I'm gonna fight my way out of it. But I didn't want to set wrong expectations in case I just wasn't able to today. So I was a little careful with the language that I was using at the beginning of stream. The body under my bed made a noise. Hold on, let me go make sure this dead body isn't coming back to life. Hello? It's laundry! How did you make noise? What? I don't know what made noise. I don't know what made all that noise, but too bad. That is not how ropes work, by the way. This is bad. I don't know how to tighten the back end of this. Why? I can't make this part tight. Everything else I can do just fine. This part doesn't want to tighten at all. We're like so close to being done here, but that part struggles. So we'll do it like that, and we'll just call it a day, I think. That is such a solid looking knot. I'm gonna have to keep this for future use. I'm not remaking this. I'm never gonna remake this. I could make a whole series making knots. This is very fun. All right, we'll go ahead and test some theories about if it will tie itself and stuff like that. So let me just finish the last little bit of this. Hello? What's good about the poacher's knot, the reason why I specifically chose the poacher's knot, is because I get to determine where it begins and ends. I don't need to tighten all the way to the tip, so I can be very loose with how I want to do all of this. There we go. That is pretty normal looking, I would argue. So we just pop that back up, and we say we're done. Do a little bit of RZ. GZ. A little bit of GX, and we're in. I mean, that is solid. Looks really good. Holy cow. We made that. I don't know how, but we made it. Okay. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. Cool. Let's shade this guy up and let's put some flags on it and let's call it a day. I'm done. Now I want to see a series where you make old-time sailing ships with all different kinds of knots. If I could find a way to speed that up, because how long did we just spend doing that? Actually, not that long. If I could speed this up a little bit, boy, I'd love to make knots. I want to add a little bit of stretch so it looks like it's pushing itself just a little bit. I want to kind of get that string looking like there's a bit of resistance. Somebody is going to go out and get themselves a sandwich as a reward for doing this job. And that person, their name rhymes with bread. There we go. That looks a little bit more grippy, which is definitely the goal. So now that it's more grippy, I think I'm safe to just grab you two and bring you down. So we got a weird little kink here. There's always a problem. Whatever you do, there's always going to be a little extra problem. Here's an idea. Let's just make one up here. Let's go ahead and dissolve, and let's dissolve. Let's grab you, and let's really set you apart. To me, that solved the problem immediately. Done. That looks great. I'm set. I'm set. I'm ready. I'm ready to call it there. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. So again, I'm going to make another copy of this. This is going to be called Poacher's Knot Backup 2. And we will go ahead and get rid of you, and we'll do the next one. Alright, so you all wanted to see if this guy was strong enough to pull his own weights. Interesting thoughts. Let's fix that weird little bit right there first. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on the torus. Let's see if this does anything. We're going to need you to be out. Like that. We're gonna need you to be out like that. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm thinking there's a lot of intersecting points in here, and that might be a problem. Let me fix one of those while I'm seeing it. In fact, no, better idea. Let's just go smaller. 0.01. There you go. Now nothing's touching. We get close. To the best of my understanding, nothing here is touching. So we'll just let it run its simulation and see if it'll tighten itself. Okay, get rid of you. We don't need you anymore. In fact, we can completely delete you. So, let's go ahead and give you physics. You're going to be collision with cloth. Yep, perfect. Set up. And now you're going to be... doesn't work. We'll give you a soft body and we'll just see what happens. Okay, so the soft body doesn't want to work. I think if I give it cloth, it's going to just deflate itself. But I'll give it a shot. Let's convert you to a mesh. I have a strong feeling I know how this is going to go. Yeah. It just deflates. Okay, so let's keep... Do you need to make the ring solid? The ring is solid. Let's give it tension. It's okay, no worries. Beep, yeah, let's keep it like that. Let's check your collision. What are you set up for collisions? Just very simple. Okay, done. Thank you for a hydrate. Let's do a hydrate and we'll give it one more shot. Yeah, even with an internal structure, it just breaks. Just completely unties itself. Oh, it just phases right through itself. Wait, let's turn on self-collision. I bet that's what we're missing. Beep, beep. All right, Red. Great knot, but I'm heading out. Talk to you soon. Hey, Dirty, you have yourself a great night. Thanks for stopping by. Here we go. Oh, it's gonna really think about it. I'm gonna crash my computer. Tell you what, let's stop that. Oh, it hates it. Am I dropping frames? Is something going on? Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's what one... That's one frame. Tell you what. We can make this a lot easier on ourselves. Let's remove all this weight down here. It is weird, that's for sure. All right, this is a lot easier on the soul. I could even come in here and remove some of these. Not that this is gonna make a huge difference, but just enough for it to matter. Save myself some of the processing power. And I'm gonna lower those quality steps back down to 2. And we're gonna hope that we process something. I mean, we're able to process 1 in a very short amount of time. So I think we're gonna be okay. That's the part that matters up there. That's the part that has to stay the same. Oh, computer's pissed. Computer's pissed. I should have disabled it while I was doing this. Whoops, my bad. Okay, we're gonna give it another sec. There we go, we're back. Lower those quality steps back down to 2. Let's go back to frame number 1. So theoretically, it should take half as long. Here we go. Come on, come on. Oh, we got 1. Okay, it didn't take that long. My computer is mad. We're just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna hope my computer doesn't crash. I'm gonna watch OBS, make sure that we still have frames. We're just going. What is your hardware again? I should have a thing for that. Oh, did I delete it? I have a 1070 and a 770K. That's my hardware. Well, this is not anything. It's turning into intestines. It is tying itself. I'll give it that. It's actually constricting itself. There's too many close vertices, though, with the distance of the collision that they're intersecting before they even touch, which is causing it to freak out. What we're basically seeing is, if you've ever seen a Gmod animation where a character like ragdolls and goes crazy and flies across the landscape, we're just watching that in slow motion. So I'm gonna say it does constrict upon itself. Science is over, it does constrict upon itself. That's as much as my computer can handle right now. So we're gonna leave it like that. We made just a big mess. Okay, goodbye. And I can remove the collisions on you, and we can go back to our poacher's knot and say that looks pretty good. I mean, we got the answer, but not a good method of doing it. Yeah, true. When I need some gore modeled, I'll know what to do. I mean, honestly, if you want to make gore, do that, let it go for a little while, and then just subdivision it. You'll have perfect looking stuff. Okay, so just to make sure everything looks good. I mean, that is solid. And I'm learning a lot today, so I can't be that upset with whatever we get in the end. I've learned a ton. So, last little question that I have for this little experiment before I call it a day. It's not even close to being done yet, but We have a backup, correct? Yeah, the backup's exact. Cool. So now we can grab the original. We can convert you into a mesh. Time for flags. Yeah, we've done the crazy stuff. Now we're gonna do the easy stuff. Procedural disembowelment. Boy, if that's not a great band name, I don't know what is. If that's not like the world's best band name. Let's look at this from an objective point. Okay, so we're going one left of the blue. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Let's go Y. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Uh-oh. We messed up. It's exactly 45 degrees? Okay, starting right here. It is a good name. Oh, woof? What does oh, woof mean? Whoops, not what I wanted. Hold on, go back. Control. There we go. Now we should have all of them. We do. We goofed it. We done and goofed it. That's not what I want. You know, we just won't go all the way to the bottom. Go right here. That should work. There we go. That'll work. Okay, so now we need to go to a checkered deselect. So I should be able to just do a checkered deselect and do select to unselect one. Now we go to edge, and we should have very strict edge setups. We do. That worked really well somehow. Now I'm going to grab it, and we're going to move across normals. What? Why did that not work? Oh, I see. I see. From local? Oh, I don't like that it gets smaller up at the top. That is frustrating. That is a frustrating little bit of engineering right there. Okay, we're gonna go from normal. We'll do -2 just to keep the number nice and cool. And then I can just go ahead and grab you and delete. Everybody else should be okay. You're a little obvious. Boom. Yeah, that'll work. Go ahead and just do a little bit of a merge. Actually, do I want to do that? I don't want to merge. We just want to take these and bring them down. Simple. Really simple stuff. And now we have a weird looking thing. Tell you what I can do. You know what? Let's go all the way back. Back. I actually have a better idea. Let's go ahead and grab you and delete you. And starting with you, we will bring this whole thing up. Yeah, this will work. Yeah, this will work just fine. This works perfect. Cool. Those guys are already tiered down to where we like them. Done. Look at that. If you had more of those, you would have a jellyfish. That's true. I just wanted one rope, though. I think we're done. Cool. Let's grab you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the way down. Let's grab all of you. That one looks weird. You know what? First things first. Let's do what we have. New texture. Make it bright red. And then we're going to make a new texture. Assign, and you are going to be called flags. So the rope should be red. The flag should be that. They are perfect. You know what? I'm kind of proud of this. I didn't think today was going to turn out either. This is actually pretty cool. Is this as good as the stuff I was doing last week? I don't think so. But it's pretty cool. Okay, let's call that there. And now we just need to finish it off. Simple, simple, simple. There we go. That'll do. So, first things first, we're going to grab this little metal boy and turning him into the same as the holding poles, which now need to have a color ramp on their roughness, which goes from 0.3 to probably 0.8. And the reason we're doing this is so that we can make nice looking textures. Let's call that not bad. There we go. Just a little bit of grit, so it looks like it's been touched by human hands to some degree. You could probably even go ahead and throw this on a bump, which I'm going to do because I am nuts. And I can't be controlled. There we go. Little tiny bits of imperfections to the metal. Really, really subtle stuff. We'll also apply to these guys. Just little bits, very gold foil. Now the lights. The lights to me seem obvious. If I'm being real, they seem super obvious. They seem like what I want to do is add a color ramp to the emissive color. We're gonna want to throw on a gradient to here, and obviously we're gonna do quadratic sphere, the best gradient, the only useful one for the most part. Plug in that object data. Green for clovers. Well, it's supposed to be a jellyfish. I mean, I'll show you what green looks like, but it's supposed to be a jellyfish. Let's apply scale real quick before we do anything else. And then we'll do like 0.5 to bring that out. There we go. That's roughly the idea. So let's bring that jellyfish back in. We got orange. Very, very orange. Orange, white. I want another color. So orange is going to be the green. Lots of bioluminescence is green. Is it? I did not know that. There's a little Kizzen fact for you. I thought a lot of bioluminescence was blue. That, to me, looks right. That feels like the correct pattern to me. That does not look like the right pattern. If I'm crazy, I'll do that. There we go. There's a little bit of green for you. Let's do that. Let's do that, and let's brighten this up just a little bit. There we go. That's gonna be my little guy right there. Why do I overcomplicate things? Why do I overcomplicate? Everything has to be so complicated for me. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on a Musgrave here with a color ramp attached to the strength. Why? I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's where my brain is. And it's going to be super small, like 40. So there's going to be just little chunks of this. There we go. Make it like dust. I mean, that's solid. I actually like that in a weird way. You know what? Better yet? Better. Let's give it some, like, grime. Yeah, there we go. So it just has a little bit of a grimy look to it. Why am I like this? Why can't I stop? Why can't you just look at something and let it go? That is crazy looking. What? That is not what I want. Lately, I've been very obsessed with ridged multifractal. It makes no sense most of the time, but it does have some cool vibes, so I'm thinking we're gonna go for that. Okay, done. You won't even see it, but I'm just obsessed with it. Okay, next up, let's do the flags. Let's do the rope first. So, first we gotta go ahead and fill the end of this guy like that. Go ahead and dissolve all that. Go ahead and bring that in. Okay, so we got rope. How do I want to do rope? Well, first things first, let me go ahead and throw on a bump, because the bump's basically going to be the only part of this that matters. The color is just going to be whatever random color we choose, which I'm thinking is going to be like a bright sky blue. If I'm thinking like somebody that would be making something like this, they would say, what is the least obtrusive color on the skyline? And they'd probably say blue. They don't want to make something obnoxious. Normal human beings don't make objects and say, how crazy can we make them look? They want them to be out of the way. So I'm going to do my best to respect that. So let's do like a 60. That's pretty close to being perfect, if you ask me. That is pretty close to being perfect up here. It's not close to being perfect down there. If we do like normals, this isn't gonna work. No, so it has to be UV. So it has to be a UV, and we gotta up the UV to like some crazy amount to be able to accommodate for this little bottom thing. Am I really gonna sit here and edit UVs? Sure am. Let's get rid of the body. That should do just fine. So we're looking at the X direction, which is that way. Which means I gotta grab all of this. So if we do this, we can make the rope. Okay, so let's get rid of you. You're the bad one. Does the rest of it look good? If we continue down, the rest of it looks like rope. It's looking normal, looking normal, looking normal. And then at the bottom, is there a crazy one? No. Wait. Wait. What just happened? I made a mistake. I made a big mistake. I didn't think. I didn't use my brain. Did not think. Did not use brain. We need way more of it. So, a resident naughty boy. I have seen a lot of VTubers with red decorative flower knots things on them. Any clue what those are called? You're talking about the Japanese? They're, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I don't know what they're called, but I bet I can Google them pretty fast. Pretty sure I could Google them pretty fast. Give me just a moment and I'll do it. Okay, so we can remove... I think they are Japanese-ish. Finish your work first? I am. I'm pretty sure they're based on Gold Day. I think they have something to do with Gold Day. Also, don't tell me what to do. That's good enough for me. That's good enough for my purposes. I don't care beyond that. I cannot be bothered to care more than that. That is perfectly fine. Back to shaders. Yeah, it'll be perfect. Easy peasy. We're gonna not add any distortion because that doesn't work. This is my least favorite thing about wave textures is that they do this. I'd kindly appreciate if my question did not distract and send you down a tangent. It's not that important. I mean, it's cool, though. The idea of making them is interesting. And also, I'm definitely going to finish today. We're so close to being done. There's no worry. I'm not at all worried about not finishing today. So, all is well, my friend. Why is it so blocky? I don't get this part. Now that... Why does it move? Oh, it's because it's so small. I understand. What is Z? Z is... not what we want. We want Y. So nothing changed, which is annoying. Annoying. So I guess we're just going for the hint of it. So bump is literally useless. So let's just ignore bump completely. I guess because the resolution's pretty low, it doesn't matter. That's a little better. All right, let's do that. In fact, I am probably good to do this and drop this like that. That'll work. Let's do a mix RGB in here. We'll plug another one of you guys in. Okay, so we're gonna do an X. It's gonna look crazy. We're gonna drop it down to like a 50. It's perfect. New thought process, new thought process, new thought process. Let's take the X and tilt it. Will that work? Oh wait, that won't work. Oh wait, yes it will, yes it will, yes it will. There we go. Okay, back to 20. Now we're gonna tilt you. Doesn't want to tilt. Doesn't want to tilt. Let's do a Y again. We'll do yet another Y with a 0 tilt. There we go. That's basically what I wanted. So now we just get that multiply looking correct. That's pretty close to being correct. That's pretty close to being right, as far as I'm concerned. We just have a little bad angle right there. The guy who drives me around my neighborhood on a motorbike is back, just doing his business. Makes literally no sense to me. Anybody who is unaware, there is a guy who rides around my neighborhood on a motorbike. We live next door to a giant nature reserve where you are allowed to ride motorbikes. He just goes up and down the neighborhood over and over and over again. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know who hurt him. I don't know why he chooses to do this. It's very annoying. Oh, it's not gonna work. Let's go Z again. Let's go Z. We're gonna get that. And now I will tilt it. It's actually pretty close to what I want it to look like. Unfortunately, it's a little weird. The resolution's too low. One of these days, I'm going to wait for this guy to do this routine where he goes on his motorbike up and down the neighborhood over and over and over again. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna watch where he lives, because I don't know where he lives. I'm gonna wait and see where he lives. And I'm going to leave a note on his door that says, like, are you aware there is a park? Like a nice park, a really nice park. Boy, rope is tough. Making a rope texture is kind of hard. Turns out. What a shame. I really wanted this to work. You know what? I am sort of okay with just this. It's not my favorite thing in the universe, but this is alright. Also, I'm going to completely ignore this little bit right here. If I throw a mapping node in here, we make a seam that's pretty bad. Yeah, pretty bad seam. Okay, let's not. Let's not say we did. Yeah, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Florida man rides a bike as only he can. Is he taking drugs? Nobody knows, but he thinks and therefore he goes. Watch out, here comes the Florida man. I want to like stick a camera out and just watch him. He's just doing laps. He's just going up and down the neighborhood over and over and over again. It's like, it's sad. It's very upsetting because it's like, one, I wish you would stop making noise outside my window. Selfishly, like, yes, there is a selfish aspect to it, but there's another part where it's like, what is going on in your life? Like, what's got you to this point? It's bleak. Ratlord made some amazing ears. Did they? Are they streaming right now? What do you mean amazing ears? What do we mean when we say ears? And by ears, are you talking about their diva model? That's probably gonna be the best material I'm gonna make for this. So I'm gonna leave it like that. It's kind of a cool little material. Human ears in Blender? Yeah, I mean, they're in Blender? Is Ratlord in Blender right now? Hold on, is Ratlord streaming? Ratlord's in Blender? What the heck is going on? Ratlord's not normally a Blender person. Oh, we got an ad. All right. We're gonna give ourselves just a moment to think about that. And in the meantime, I will do sheen tint. Bud, go take your bike somewhere else. It ain't that cool what you're doing. Nobody's into it. You saw nodes? Interesting. Oh, those are some nice looking ears. I'm like trying to move the image like I'm in this for some reason. Those are really nice looking. Shout out to Ratlord. Ratlord underscore you. There we go. I'm gonna give a lurk because Ratlord loves to do lurks in chat like that. Okay, we're back. All right. I'm gonna say that is pretty solid. Let's do our flags now. Let's get onto these flags. Okay, so he can go back. Everyone you know just hides them behind hair. True. Ears are cool. Ears are great objects. Oh no, I just ran an ad. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry, I'll wait. I pressed the wrong ad. Shout out to anybody who's still here listening to me. Oh man, Twitch really needs to figure out their whole ad thing. I'm so over Twitch ads. They're so useless, they make nobody money, nobody likes them. Hello, I accidentally pressed the ad button, whoops. Welcome back. I hate Twitch ads. They're so not useful to anybody. They're such a waste of everyone's time and energy. Okay, we're gonna do a little flag. Let's do a little gradient on the flag attached to normals or UVs. No, definitely not UVs, probably normals. There's some weird line here. What is that? I don't know what I'm looking at. What is this? Why does it look so strange? Well, it can't be that, so it's gonna have to be UVs. And now I'm gonna have to manually edit those UVs as well. What is happening? Why does it look like this? Oh, it is good. Okay. That is weird looking. Why do I have no UVs? What? There's no UVs on these guys. Why? If you extrude something, it doesn't automatically make a UV? That's news to me. Let's go ahead and do a smart project. Isn't that weird? Boy, I've never experienced that before. Okay, we're gonna have to flip a few of these upside down, which I guess I'll just start with you, might as well. Transform, mirror, y-axis. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go as fast as we can. We're definitely not gonna go that fast, but I'm gonna go as fast as we can. Me and UVs are not the best of friends. Boom. So, doing this should give me all of the control I need over over my flags. And then the flag should be colored correctly, and then we'll be done. And then I'm gonna go eat a sandwich somewhere. And think about that knot that I made. What I'm realistically gonna do is I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I'm gonna grab a sandwich because my grocery store has the best sandwiches. I'm going to accidentally flirt with that girl at the grocery store that I have a crush on. And then I'm going to sit and work on something that is probably irrelevant for a good year until I go to bed tonight. Maybe I'll do something productive in the middle of all of that. Who knows? Who knows what I'm gonna do? No one ever knows what I'm gonna do. Accidentally? Yeah, accidentally. I'm not exactly known for being a flirter. It's not my main thing. What is happening? We have UV set up. Why not flirt on purpose? Question mark. Because I don't know how. Because I'm not good at that. I don't do the whole flirting thing. I'm pretty bad at that whole process in general. I just sort of show up, and if somebody is cool, then I'm like, hey, what's up? And if they're not cool, then it's like, hey, sorry I bothered you. I'm a pretty confident person, realistically. I have no problems with confidence, but I don't flirt. I'm not a flirter. I have a hard time with that. I just don't get it. My computer brain has a hard time really getting it. That is plenty fine. That's a perfect looking little gradient. Why is it barely showing up? What? Well, just ask her out then? I'm not gonna do that. She works at the grocery store. That's a breach of trust, my man. Nobody wants to be bothered when they're working. I'm fine. We'll get there in the end. Oh, I'm rotating around. No. Realistically, here's how things are gonna go. I'm gonna show up. Here's how flirting works in my world. Here's how I flirt with people. I'm gonna show up. We're gonna look at each other, because we always look at each other. We're gonna look at each other. I'm gonna go, hello. She's gonna go, hello. And I'm gonna move on with my life. And then the next time I go, I'm gonna be like, hello, how are you? How are you? Hello, how are you? What are you studying? And I'm gonna add one sentence every time. And it's gonna take 3 years. And then we're gonna be betrothed, which I'm joking, by the way. I don't actually think that's how romance works. I'm not delusional. But it is likely how that's going to go down. Okay, so what I want to be doing. What I want to do is add a texture here, a magic texture. This is a good goal, but I think accidental flirting is worse than just saying, hey, you seem cool, want to get coffee sometime? It might be a cultural difference, but I would say flirting with somebody in the workplace, flirting with somebody that is currently working, is pretty not cool. If we were like at college or something, I would say it's fine, but like at the workplace, you can really like make somebody kind of freak out. Last thing I want to do, and not that I'm creepy or that I act creepy or anything in public, I act the same as I do right here when I'm like in public. But last thing I want to do is make somebody like double check while they're like walking to their car or something. Last thing I want to do is make somebody feel like threatened to be at their own workplace. So yeah, I'm just chilling. If you just had a crush, you weren't accidentally flirting, just keep that inside. Well, I mean, if people didn't accidentally flirt, nothing would ever happen, right? Nothing would ever get done. There's a boundary, I would say, somewhere in there. Am I the person who gets to determine where that boundary is? Absolutely not. But I would go out of my way to say, you know, there's a point where you do have to, like, push boundaries. But I think, I don't know. Everyone has a different point where they define those boundaries, I suppose. Also, this is going to be color burn, and I'm going to color burn. Oh, that is gorgeous. All's well. All's well. I don't live with any assumptions in the world, so for me, I just go about doing what I do, and whatever happens, happens. Life seems to be okay that way. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna UV back. I really like the way that looks. I really like the way that looks. Let me go ahead and do one extra little bit here. There we go. Okay, so that is that. We're gonna remove the 90, bring it back to this, and now we're gonna just try and make it a little wider. There we go. Just like that. It's gonna be 0.6. And now I have the ability to do crazy stuff. That looks nice. Body BB. Okay. Boom. I just finished watching a creepypasta video, and that was a mistake. I'm such a scaredy cat, but my curiosity won out. Oh no. Oh no. So what are you going to do now to alleviate your tension? What do you do when you watch a creepypasta video and you have to relax afterwards? Pyro 1. It's the Pyro way. Is this gonna work? Yeah, what creepypasta? It's a good question. Man, nothing gets me quite like SCP. Me and SCP have a weird relationship. I have been in on SCP lately. I have to go be around people or interact with people. It feels safer when I'm not alone. Go be around people. I stay away from creepypasta more than I do SCPs. SCPs are a little bit cooler in my mind. I can totally agree with that. They definitely start to become way more BS. But I still like them. I'm still a big fan. You know what? Let's put this over here. Let's go ahead and throw ourselves on a hue saturation. And I need something that does Z coordinates, which I'm thinking is going to be a tangent. I got an idea. All right, let's hear an idea. Whatever it is, I'm willing. The creepypasta is called The Showers. I watched Lavender Town reading it and making illustrations based on it. I see. We've come full circle. We've come full circle on what's been going on today. I get it. What is going on? It looks cool, but why? How do you feel about writing? I mean, I'm writing a book. I like writing a lot. I'm a big fan of writing. I'm kind of waiting for you to give me like a... I feel like you're going to give me something. How do you feel about writing an SCP article? I've talked to people about this before. Maybe. It's not my, like, first thing. It's a cool idea. I have some ideas, but it's not like my priority or anything like that. Okay, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. Here we go. Get that roughness high, get the specular and specular tint really high. Her voice is perfect. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check her out once I get off of stream. Okay, cool. Now we're going to take this pink, and the pink is going to be turned into something else. So we want a less crazy top one right here. So we want something that feels realistic in its colors, but isn't too problematic. That feels perfect. There we go. Done. That's perfect. Look at that. It just continues down. Okay, the only thing I will add to this is we need a color ramp that has a cyclical nature instead of a rounding nature. What? Why is it doing that? Pyro, how do you feel about writing an SCP article? You do. I'm generally bad at flirting too, but I have been informed by people I've trusted that people were flirting with me at my/their work. Though unfortunately the dynamic isn't quite the same for man to woman as it is man to man or woman to man. Definitely. Man to woman is tricky. It's very important to men out there that you chill. Men really need to chill. It's cool to be honest. It's cool to express your feelings. It's cool to live your life, and you shouldn't live with, like, you know, a big fear of women or anything like that. That obviously doesn't lead to anything good. But a lot of men need to take a step back and chill. And it's a shame because it's usually just a very small number of people, right? Like, the majority of men aren't crazy, weird, whatever, but there's a minority. They do weird stuff. They do lots of weird stuff for seemingly no good reason. And unfortunately, that's sort of the reputation once you get into it. Okay, so something weird is happening with this little guy. You know what? I think I'm going to stick with just the tangent. I think I prefer it. I'm getting too overcomplicated with this. The tangent looks fine. I just hate that it, like, resets right here. It's kind of interesting that it just resets. Maybe that has some cultural significance or something. I don't know. It does match that up there as well. Okay, and if I were going to do more, I would probably add a little bit of a wave to this. I would add geometry and turn this into a physics object. That's not the goal for today. Today, I think I am done. That, to me, feels complete. I think I was supposed to tie a little something in here to predict the weather, but it is what it is. I feel like there's a lot more bad men out there than I'd like to believe. I don't think 1 in 5 women being assaulted without a bad men out there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's impossible to say. I'm not going to claim that it's good or that I have an answer or whatever. I have no clue. Completely ignorant. I mean, not completely ignorant. I'm aware of things, but, like, relatively ignorant. I think for me, what it comes down to is the same as basically anything. It takes a very small number of people to do bad. It takes one bad politician to hurt thousands and thousands of people. It takes one bad soldier to hurt their platoon, etc., 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 right? We haven't lived in their shoes. Yeah. I don't know exactly what that means in this context, but I haven't lived in anybody's shoes. So I have no clue. I mean, I don't know what the number actually is, but I would hope it's not 1 in 5 men is an absolute creep. Could be. It'd be a real shame. I'd be very upset with that. Is it likely? Probably somewhat likely. But I don't like it. All you can really do is just chill out and convince people that there are good places in this world and that it's not always oppressive and terrible all the time. And hopefully, you know, if you're being genuine, people trust you. And if you're not being genuine, hopefully they don't trust you. I think that's really all it comes down to, as far as I'm concerned. It's all you really can do. Unfortunately, I think the answer has been the same as it's been since, like, the beginning of time, which is, like, get married to somebody you love and don't let that stuff happen to them. Which is weird. Anyway, I think we're done talking about this. I think I'm over this topic. Moving on. This actually looks really nice. That rope from down below looks so good. I think we're done. Let's go ahead and bring this back up the way that we liked it, because I forgot to redo that earlier. Do you love me too? Moving on. Are you done? Have you time for a sketch? If you would like a sketch, now would be the time to redeem it. For sure. You know what? I'm gonna go out of my way and say that this gold foil stuff is bad. Get rid of the gold foil. I don't want the gold foil. I'm over the gold foil. We're just gonna have a nice self-sustaining balloon. It's gonna be a really nice self-sustaining balloon that has this really good ridge that's just baked into it. And last but not least, I will go ahead and turn on backface culling. And now we have just the cleanest looking thing you've ever seen. Look how clean that looks. That looks so nice. A cleat in the bottom of the rope tied to it. A cleat? Like a boot? Like a shoe? Okay, I'll make a cleat. I'm cool with that. Oh, you have one for me. I appreciate that. Oh, you want a boat cleat. Yes, 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 yes. These are great. I've made one of these before. Yeah, okay, okay. Okay. Boat cleats. I've made one of these before. You can make these very quick. I can make this. I'm gonna try it for quality. I think I can make one of these very fast. Yeah, it's this. It's a boat cleat. Where's the cleat? Cleat, cleat, cleat. That is what they are, though. I sent you a link that shows it. It's for tying ships to docks. Yeah, it's... That's it. What did you want me to make? Yeah. I could totally make this. Middle. When you say middle... This. I'm gonna go slow because I think there's a delay. You want this. I'm going to make this. This thing that I'm currently on, I'm going to make this. This is what I'm choosing to make. Perfect. Yeah, I know. I figured there was lag. I realized halfway through. Yeah, I'm just going to get a reference image that isn't this, because that one's not a helpful reference image. Okay, I can do this pretty quick. This is going to be it. I love boat cleats. They're very cool. Boat cleats are like one of the most useful objects in the world. We don't respect boat cleats as much as we should. I just don't have enough respect for those boat cleats. Why do I sound like a 30-year-old? I am 30 years old. What? Hold on. Man, that moment you realize you're not a child anymore. Okay, so. Timer starts. Let's do this thing. Okay, let's do you. We're gonna bevel you in half. We're gonna bevel you once again. Nope, 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 nope. I want to bevel just these guys. And then I want to grab each of these points, you, and bring them up. And now we're going to cut a hole in here. You know what? I don't care about the hole right now. Worry about that hole later. We'll grab you, we'll grab you, we'll go ahead and bridge, grab the whole thing, extrude. One, two, three. We're gonna do a little SX0, a little bit of SX0. We're basically done. Okay, let's go ahead and throw on a subdivision, and I'm gonna have to fix up one of the faces by default. So I'm gonna have to fix you up. No, actually, dare I say he's actually pretty good. We're gonna leave it just like that. That's the part that intersects with whatever you connect it to, because if I don't intersect, we're gonna have a big issue later. So we'll keep the intersection point there, and we'll do a little SX just to bring that guy in, which isn't going to work. So instead I will cut that in half and then bring that in to make that little dimple that we see. We'll do a little SY, a little SX. There we go. Let's go ahead and grab you, and you. Let's do a little SY. Actually, first things first, let's do you. Now we can do the same thing. Just like that, and we'll do the same thing on the bottom here. Boom. Okay, I think we're basically done. Now you want me to tie the rope to it. That's going to be the hard part. Beady bee, beady bee, beady beady. Ba-da-bum, 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 ba-da-ba-dee. Ba-da-bee, ba-da-dee, da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. Ba-da-bee, ba-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Okay. You have faith in me? Hey, appreciate it. It's gonna have to be a pretty big boat cleat now that I'm looking at it. Okay, you're done. Alright, he's done. Oh, okay. It actually is massive. So, we're good. GY. GX. Okay, done. Oh, wait. Tell you what, I've already turned this into a mesh, so I have to use the backup. So we're gonna copy the backup, and we're gonna call this yours. So this is gonna be called Kizen's Poacher's Knot. Because I already did the other one, so I can't do the other one. Okay. Easy peasy. This is gonna be tough. Tell you what, let's have it crease over. Creasing over is gonna be our best bet here. So if I do a little bit of this, bring it around. Tell you what. Tell you what. You there. You there, traveler. Actually, I should be doing this based on the boat cleat, shouldn't I? Yes, 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 I should. Yes, I should. We should do it just like that. Okay, done. So, bring you up. Bring you back. In fact, I'll turn you just a little bit. It's as good as that's going to be. So, we're set to get going on this. Please don't be a wreck. Please don't be a huge problem. Okay, this is going to be a tricky one. This is going to be a tricky little knot to pull off, so I'm going to do my best, but I have a little bit of fear that this is going to end badly. Okay, so if I were tying this right now, how I would tie it is I would very quickly do this. This is how I would probably make this tie right here. Looks pretty good. You sent me instructions? Oh, you wanted a specific knot. I was more concerned with the thing you wanted to tie to than the knot you were asking me to do. I don't think I can do, like, a specific knot in 5 minutes. That's where the misunderstanding was coming from. I understand why you're being specific with the picture you're trying to send me now. Yeah, I was more concerned with the connector than the actual knot. That was my order of business. There we go. We'll do all of that. Yeah, there was definitely a miscommunication there. That was a my bad. I mean, we can go kind of quick, though, which is the cool part of this. You can fold these guys really fast if you know what you're doing. I am getting pretty quick. Okay, this thing is such a terrible knot. I kind of love how bad it is, but it's very bad. Let's do that. Here we go. Here's the grace knot. The last little bit. Wait, what just happened? I just made another one, didn't I? Sure did. Okay. Okay, there it is. Final little piece of the puzzle. Let's get in there. That is a perfectly fine knot. It's not perfect, but it's gonna work. Pun intended, I just figured it would be a nice bow on your model. How dare you? Is that a pun? Does that count as a pun? Let's go ahead and grab that last little bit, push you up, grab you, bring you to the side. I'm gonna say that's it. That's a solid knot. I would hate to unwrap that. I can tighten it, but I don't trust myself to tighten it. I'm doubting now. That's what I do. I seed the soats of... I seed the... I sow the seeds of doubt, is what I'm trying to say. There we go. Now he's a nice tight knot. That is a knot. Good luck getting this guy off. See, it's nice and easy to make a knot on a cleat, because the cleat does all the work for you. You don't really have to put effort into the knot. Up here, you gotta do all the effort yourself. You gotta make a clever knot, because you want that to actually hold on its own merit. But the cleat does all the work for you down here. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a loose knot. Obviously, you wouldn't tie a knot this loose, but... Hello? What the heck's going on? Perfect. Just need a pair of scissors. Oh yeah, that's next time. You know what, I will add one little piece though. Let's add a cylinder of 6. Don't say I never pay attention to details. Okay, so we want to find the exact center of this. That should do. Will this work? It's pretty close to working. You pay too much attention to details. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It can be a real problem at times. Let's go ahead and delete those vertices. Let's go ahead and call it. Done deal. Shader. We come on down. We grab you. I'm going to give you the rope material, even though it's going to break immediately. That's not the rope material. Surprisingly, it's holding up not bad. Okay, so making new curves automatically generates geometry, but extruding doesn't? Isn't that weird? Okay, and you're going to be very simple, just metal. Just a little bit of metal. I can make you gold. Done. Actually, I should make you rust. There we go. Done deal. A little bit of a boat cleat. Obviously, it's not centered. Whoops. Done. Done, 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 done. Claps. Well, thank you. Well, this has been my weird sketch of the day. I learned a lot. We did a lot of interesting new stuff. That was kind of the goal. If I was going to be low energy, at least I was going to learn something. So, with that said, I'm going to go look for somebody to raid. We're going to go send love to somebody. Who we're sending love to, I don't know. I don't know. Somebody. Let's use 3D modeling right now. Somebody sent me a DM. Why did somebody send me a DM? Which one of you sent me a DM? Oh, I got a DM from... I got a DM from Streamlabs because I did a weird command. My bad. Oh, Reinhet. Yeah. Okay, cool. I see Reinhet in Niche and Ratlord's chat a lot, but I've never talked to him, so might as well give him a little bit of a raid. Go say hi. So we're gonna go send the love to 3D Modeler that I see a lot hanging out, but I've never interacted with. So we'll see what happens. All right. So everyone, go send your love. Go say hi. Go be sweet. Sweetness is where it counts. Let's see. Rainhet. I don't know how to pronounce their name. But shout out to them. They're working on their model. It looks like their VTuber model. So I'll see you on the other side. Bye!